I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option due to unusual rain and thunder, baby I wonder, put your sweats on me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, that bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high. Hands up high. Tell them put the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark moon, perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach your whip that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation rule the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it. Don't you what you want. Oh, I think justice. Put it in the song. Alright.
Now, let me ask you something. With all the distractions that you have off the field, how are you able to keep focused on winning football games as you do and do throughout the year? When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Marketing come up with that for him. Those were his phrases that he came up with, that he believed in.
Just win. Play hard. Try not to make mistakes. But don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win. Coaches, the great games we played in, the flame that would burn brightest here is the will to win, is the will to win, is the will to win. Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever, you imagine.
God damn, I love my intro because Al Davis speaking them facts. And speaking of the facts, man, welcome to another episode of the 2 for 1 Nation podcast. I'm your host, the SC Experience, with my co-host here, RaiderTwuan. What's good, Tuan?
You know what it is, 2 for 1 Nation podcast. Two brothers for one nation because we know it's only one nation, and that's Raider Nation. Shout out to everybody. Blessings out to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, my space, your mom's space, any space. We in the building.
Hey, and it's good to be in the building because I'll tell you one thing: the players are happy. They're in the building now in the locker room. Tell you that. A lot of videos surfacing behind the scenes. A little bit of Devontae Adams being happy in the locker room. A little bit of mocking the media. It's kind of good to see these guys kind of loosen up. All the way from the press conferences today. If you guys missed it, Devontae Adams, Aiden O'Connell both stepped out there, talked what they needed to talk. Also, Max Crosby got interviewed in the locker room. I haven't seen that one specifically, but I seen the Adams, Aiden O'Connell, and it looks really good as well. These guys they're ready, man. They're ready. They're keeping it professional, being like, "Hey, I wish McDaniel's is the best," but hey, we know they're happy with the way we seen those videos. But let's see who's in here. Holly Tanner, what up, sis? Eric and Tuan, salute, blessings. Y'all make sure to go like both channels. That's facts. Just like Tuan said, we're live on Tuan's Facebook, the YouTube, and then S Experience as well on YouTube. Shout out to the RaiderTwuan in the building. Terrence is in the building. What's good? Good to see everybody in here. He said, "Where's the wall?" I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to run through that wall again, bro, because the shit I'm hearing is amazing. Clark was good. Clark, DeMarcus Webb was good. How we feeling? I'm feeling Raider wise. I'm feeling good. Body wise, I feel a little still bad, but when it's about the Raiders, it gives you this energy. This week has just given me life. You feel me on the Raider forefront. Shout out to the Raider. We can't wait for Sunday. That's a fact. Black Tide Raider up in the building. Good to see everybody in here. Anthony Estrada, salute. Anthony Provincial in the building. What's good? SoCal South, salute. Hey, but hey, a lot of things happened this week. The last time you and me were on the panel, there wasn't really nothing besides the loss. The loss we encountered, and
A whole
then
lot of losing.
and a lot of losing. Uh, but now it's a new like I feel like a new life, a new fresh air. How do you feel about the Josh McDaniel situation and them getting fired and all that?
Just going off of what you just said, man, and I know that we're gonna dive into it a little deeper, as we go along today, but it it's a fresh win.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And it's an autumn win. I really feel that um with the guy that they identified as going to be the guy that's manning the ship. Um I think this is something that we've all wanted. I think this is something that we all saw that the writing was on the wall. We just didn't understand how it was going to happen with so much on the line financially. There's been and I was guilty of saying that too.
mhm,
That it's going to be hard to get rid of McDaniels because we just got Del Rio off the books.
yeah,
Gruden is not, he's on the books, but he's not on the books.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that issue. And then to have another coach be added to that books, you know what I'm saying? And I was jokingly saying it a few lives before. I was like, man, maybe the nation need to come together and do a GoFundMe. and everybody put 5 on it, you know what I'm saying, to get
The fact.
McDaniels out of here. Because it really it was really bad. It was really bad. And some people may feel like it was just solely the coaches, and that was that's a debate, solely the coaches, or was it the players or whatever. But you know I'm glad that Mark Davis took the initiative to say, hey, even though I'm gonna have to bite the bullet financially, we gotta make a move. And you know we had Freddie and Jason, you know what I'm saying, giving the nation nightmares, and Mark Davis came through on Halloween and handled Freddie and Jason, and told them they could go somewhere.
I
So
will say something about that the money real quick. You know what actually happened? That actually came out today in the morning. Mark Davis actually paid off the 45 million that Josh McDaniels owes to get him out of here. He paid the rest of the money out of his pocket, his pocketbook, and said, "Here's 45 million. Get the fuck away from the Raiders." That's what he did. He pulled it off today. He wrote a massive check for it, and that's insane. But we know he has money, but that's crazy. He did it literally to get him. out of here. That's how you knew he desperately wanted him out of here. So Mark Davis, hey, kudos to you. You got that money, man. You spending that shit. So hey,
and
thank
and
you.
there was a time where we knew that we didn't have it like that. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows you, yes, Mark Davis is stacking his
Yeah,
pesos, you know what I'm saying,
facts.
and doing what he's doing on that, and hopefully, eventually we'll get to see some of that, in our players personnel wise, see if
Yeah,
he cuts a little check, here and there to get some key, star pieces in here, for our team. But I'm glad that we're better financially, that we can be able to do that and not feel,
facts.
you know, pinned in, because that was the case at one time.
Facts. Shout out to Willie Wayne in the building. Raider Romero up in the building. Salute to NSC. Let O'Connell cook. That's facts. Pyro was good. What's good? What's good? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Shout out to you. What's good, Eric and Tuan? You can feel and see it in the players, and everyone is happy he's gone along with the Patriot way. Yeah, he's gone away from it, man. Shout out to Power. He says Mark Davis is a real one, fellas. That's a fact. Tuan, when you get a chance, oh yeah, check the fantasy football chat to vote on something real quick. Whenever
Okay.
you get a chance, Tuan. Shout out to Jaw Raider and the Bitter Raiders trending Adams. They feel more comfortable that McDumas is gone. And I'll show you guys the video right now of him in the locker room. He kind of mocks. People say he's mocking Josh McDaniels. I think he's mocking more of the media and the people that bash him. But I'm gonna let you guys be the tell of that. Shout out to Freddie Chavez in here, man. Good to see everybody. Raider Way says we have the right guy, straight out Compton Pierce. Hey, today in practice they were actually listening to the song Straight Out of Compton. It's kind of crazy, bro. They all look. I don't know. I love this, bro. Someone from Southern California, bro. I'm just I love this, man. And the community college I go to right now is actually where he played. So I actually like, you feel me? Like, I'm rooting for this guy a lot. He listened to the players. They said F McDummy. That's a fact. Shout out to George C. Freddie Chavez. NWA. Shout out to Toby Chile. What's good, Chile? Mark realized Josh was more pain of his ass than his girl. Uh, we bringing that swag back. Mark, you wanted to go to SoFi and watch a game in peace. That's a fact. Shout out to everybody in here, man. So let me show you guys a little bit something. Mark Davis actually came out with some comments. Um, let me show you guys real quick. It's reported by Vinny B, and it was interesting. And I'll show you, Twan. Mark Davis on Antonio Pierce. He said, after talking to him, I felt he was the right guy at the right time. Someone who could lead, create, and have the respect of the team. Now, when I look at this quote, right, I look at that last one, right, and have the respect of the team. Why would he say anything about respect of the team? If our last coach had it supposedly to a lot of people, that just shows that a lot of people didn't respect McDaniels, and that's just what it was. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. What you like about this quote, Twan, or anything that catches your eye?
You know what, I like to put puzzles and pieces together, and like you said, I'm with what you're saying, but I also am
Mhm.
tying in
Yep.
the press conference. At the press conference, Champ Kelly was observing
Hmm.
how the players were attentive, and they were, bright eyed, and they were all engaged. You know what I'm saying? That ties into
Yep.
the respect that they have
Mhm.
for our I'm gonna call him our coach, our head coach. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say it like that. I don't I hate using the word interim, even though we know he's the interim, but I'm just going to
Yeah.
say head coach. That's what they look up to our head coach. You know what I'm saying? They respect our head coach. And obviously there was something, and I'm not saying that what McDaniels didn't have any respect, at some point, but there was some point from week one, or from the off season to when he got fired, that players in that locker room lost respect. Because I think they did. Week one, I think they respected McDaniels. I think even week two, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they had some respect for McDaniels. But there was a point from the beginning to his end there was a
Like, yeah.
lack of respect.
And that's a fact. And shout out to everybody joining us. Chad Schrader was good. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Said, "What's up, Eric and Tuan? Let's stack them up, them Lunchables and Raiders." You already know that means hit that like button. Raider Ben was good. I was just looking at your live earlier. I need to finish it up, but hey, you're right. I agree with Ben. What he said today was pretty much it kind of gave an outlook of the Raider way. You know, it started to become like a game of football where you just didn't want to watch because you see no effort from the team. You see no commitment from the head coach in the excellent factor. And now this is just a new fresh air in the building, a new autumn wind, right? And you know, I agreed with what Ben said when it came down to it. It just feels good to have that little bit of new life, man. And it makes me excited because you know I was already getting, you know, not saying I was gonna stop completely watching the Raider games, but I was gonna start like just not even being excited no more about, because we were going away from the Raider way, man. That was not the Raider way, you know. And I've seen teams, our teams, win less than 5 games before, and even then, it showed me that they put more effort than what I've been seeing from this team, and this team is more talented. So to see Antonio Pierce come out and say, "Hey, we're gonna go back to the Raider way," and then moments after the press conference, they dropped Marshawn Lynch's hype video and it had to do with the Raider way. It's just weird how they're just, you know, doing that, but it interests me a lot. And shout out to everybody joining us, Willie Wayne. Good to see everybody in here. Shout out to Auntie Six, George C. Uh, you already know Ben already. Shout out to everybody, man, in here commenting and stuff
I
like that. Go ahead.
I will say this to what you're saying too is, you know, we've all, if you've been a Raider, you know, for a minute, you've seen losing seasons, and
Yep.
even in those losing seasons, we've had where, yeah, we may have been 3-13 that year, but every game they was fighting. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't, you know, I'm not saying physical, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
throwing punches, but they were out there trying to give it to the team. And even though we knew, hey, yeah, they wasn't gonna win this game, but they was out there giving it. You know what I'm saying? The energy was still. I'm still gonna try. I'm still gonna make an effort. I'm still gonna push. I'm
Yep.
still gonna, you know, do my best to make plays. And we didn't see that. We didn't see
Mhm.
that. You know what I'm saying? And that's to, you know, I'm not saying that's completely the Raider way, because, you know, we like to say the Raider way is winning and dominating and all of that, but just that whole grit and
Yeah.
we may not win. We paper on paper, we may not, you know, be the ones to win this game, but we gonna give it our best effort. And
Mhm.
I respect that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And if you guys heard me last week in regards to, you know, playing the Lions, I said if we go and we lose that game on a last minute field goal and our team was out there giving it, you know what I'm saying, they best shot, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say, you know what I'm saying, with our losses, you can't say that we gave them everything we had.
Yeah.
And that's just, again,
Right.
that goes back to the Raider way, that goes back to the whole vibe. And hopefully, you know, Antonio Pierce can come in and you know, get that going for us. I love the way he talks. I love, you know, his presser. You know, like you said, I felt like going through the Ahern.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, with what he was saying, and how genuine you could tell
It
he
was.
he
Yeah.
is. You know what I'm saying, and I think that'll go well with anybody that's in our locker room.
Like, he wasn't reading no script, and I love that. Like, he wasn't looking down, he wasn't looking at a phone or something.
Mm,
He just said it from the heart, like, "Hey, I'm from Compton. I did this, that, and third. Hey, I grew up on NWA. I grew up on Raider hats and stuff like that. I grew up a Raider fan. I was born a
mm,
Raider, and that made me like, hell yeah, bro. That's what we need. You know, we need somebody that knows the true way of the Raider way. And the Raider way, like you said, that's why I love my intro so much. The beat itself and the way Al Davis talked. It's all about the commitment to excellence, the will to win, the that you as a player want to win, that you want to represent the shield, the silver and black, and go out there every single day, putting your whole entire self into the game of football. And now you're starting to see, the comments that are being said, the players' happiness. And like I said, it's one thing to be talking about it, and it's one thing to be saying these things, and it's one thing for them to be happy in the locker room. But it's another thing if they come out on Sunday and they come out here the same way, then it wouldn't matter what happened this week. But if they go out with the effort we know they can do and the hype that's going around this right now, hey, it's a new look Raiders, and I promise you on everything. On Sunday, you're gonna see a new Raider. You're gonna see a new team. You're gonna be like, oh shit, is this a new season? I'm telling you right now, bro,
This,
because these players are capable of doing it. All they needed was some guidance, and the guidance is here with somebody that knows the silver and black. So, I'm
and
excited.
by all means, we didn't win anything. You know what I'm saying? By making Antonio Pierce our coach. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We didn't win anything by having Champ Kelly be our GM. And I'm glad that they allowed Champ Kelly to continue to be the GM. But that, that's not what I'm talking about right now. But I just, we didn't win anything. And
yeah,
we have to take it as that. This is just a step forward
forward. Yep.
into what could possibly happen, and we just have to take it as that and be watching that. You know what I'm saying? We need to keep an eye on how, like Eric said, is it going to look new? You know what I'm saying? Is the energy going to be there? Is the freshness going to be there? Are these players going to look like, are they going to look like they looked the
Yeah.
past 2 weeks? You know what I'm saying? And those are things that we're going to have to look at and observe moving forward. But this is a step forward into what we all, whatever, narrative or whatever mindset we have for this team, it's a step forward into those things,
Yeah.
which is winning. So
Facts. And
excited.
shout out to 50 people in here, man. If you guys can't, go hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and go hit that like button for both channels. We're live on both channels, RaiderTwuan, SC Experience, man. You already know what it is, no matter where you're at. Hey, we appreciate you for being here. I know majority of us, I would say a good 99% of Raider Nation right now is hyped and ready for Sunday. And I am best believe this is the most I've been hyped all season, besides the very first game. Like I'm hyped, man. And just this energy, man, is just amazing. When you put good energy out there, you just feel it and you're just like, hell yeah, that's what it is. And, for people to still sit here and kind of be negative of what's going on, it kind of makes me question. And I never question people's fandom, right? Everybody got a different fandom. Some people are from different countries. Some people started fans late. Some people started when they were born. It didn't matter. You were still part of the Raider Nation. But for me, it's like, to be negative about somebody that wants to create the Raider way again and wants to move this team into the direction of what the Raiders were always built on in the commitment to excellence. It worries me, man, about some of these fans. It's like, are you truly one or not? It's one thing if you don't believe in a certain player. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. You got your takes on that.
Mhm.
But to not believe in this Raider way that they're going to implement again, that this whole franchise is built upon, I don't know if you know your history, and I see some people out there being negative, and it's like, come on, bro, how can you be negative from this? Like, how can you be negative from this? This is amazing, bro. This is what we needed. We haven't had this in a very long time, of a coach to come out here and straight up say, hey, I was born a Raider. I know this. I grew up on this, that, and the third. I'm here. Hey, this is the quarterback that deserves it because he's our best chance to win. Josh McDaniels never gave faith in the young guy, man. He kept going Jimmy Garoppolo, knowing that he wasn't going to do anything. And that's what I'm saying. That those changes. And then today, they signed the ex-Cowboy Jalen Smith. They signed some linebackers to help the depth. Come on. Even Kelly's working on it. He's like, hey, we're thin here. I'm instantly going to get somebody. I'm not going to use other people for that position. I'm going to use people that play that position in all their career in the NFL, and I'm going to put them into the team, and that's exactly what happened. Shout
I
out to everybody in here. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All I was gonna say is catch up to the chat, but I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'll catch up to the
No,
chat.
no, I'm with all of that. I'm with him saying that he's from, I'm saying, he knows about Raider Nation. What I'm saying, and I said it. I think I said it the other day in the chat, but I'm gonna say it publicly. He said Raider Nation more in one presser than what McDaniels has said all season.
Thanks.
I don't. I can't even remember a time where McDaniel said something Raider Nation. You know what I'm saying? And that just lets you know, the mentality of our head coach coming in, and let's hope that things are better. Now, those that are critics about, that are negative in regards to this, I'll say it like this. Hey, we can lose with McDaniels, continue to be losing with McDaniels, or try and lose with something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that Antonio Pierce is a loser and that we're gonna lose, but I'm just saying it might be better. So hey, let's try it. Because if we sticking with McDaniels, we know what we was gonna get.
Facts. And shout out to everybody. RG3 said beast mode. I did see that RG3 was like, hey, give me a second. Hey, they should interview Marshawn Lynch for a head coach. But I was like, damn. Shout out to Raider Way. He said it's going to be a movie Sunday. Hey, Max Crosby said it today on the Raider. And the Raider media, like the actual Raider site, like the Raider Twitter, is actually going crazy with these videos. Like more than they did before in just 2 days. They just posted Max Crosby today after practice saying, "Hey, it's gonna be a movie Sunday. We want to see the Raider Nation in full effect. Trust me, it's practically a new chapter." I'm like, damn, like the media is going crazy itself too. I was at that Jets Raiders game when Lynch was doing the boogie on the sideline. Players are having fun and doing their job with McDumbass. They were just held back. We need players with swag, with attitude. That's the Raider way, not this soft shit. That's a fact. Motherfucker Sideshow and J-Law type shit. Make the shirts with Beast Mode with no wheels or tires. Lynch said it perfect. Real town shit. There you go, man. That's what it's about. New day, new nation. Eric Tuan, if my team hires Josh McDaniels as a new OC for Pickett, I might wear a paper bag on my head. He's a Steelers fan. If you guys didn't know, Shad's a Steelers fan. He's saying if they sign Josh McDaniels offensive coordinator, he's gonna wear a paper bag on his head. Shout out to the Raider Goon in the building. What's good, Goon? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Just catching up to the chat real quick before we continue. That's why Mike McDaniels is what he is. Players love that guy in Miami. They have the freedom to have fun. And you see Mike McDaniel, he just has fun. He's like a little kid on the press conference. I don't know if you guys seen his press conference. He just goes out there and he doesn't give a fuck. Like he was talking about some random shit the last time he was on the press conference. I was like, bro, you got a game at 6:30 on Sunday. He don't care. He's just like, hey, I look bigger in person in Germany. I'm like, okay, shit.
I tripped out. I tripped out the first time because I try to check out everybody throughout the league, and I tripped out the first time I heard his press. I'm like, what the hell was he thinking? Like just going up there, you know what I'm saying? But that's him, and the players like that, and they respect that about him. And I think that's the same thing with Antonio Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
They know that's how he gets down. That's who he is, and he's gonna talk to them. He's gonna give it to them straight. And also, I'll say this too: hey, if our linebackers start messing up, he also look like one of them dudes that'll look like he'll walk out there and put some pads on himself at practice. So don't play with our coach at practice for real.
That's a fact. And like I said, with Mike McDaniel, same thing as Tuan said, man. That's what you see with Antonio Pierce. Antonio Pierce may not be coming out and saying jokes like Mike McDaniel, but he's coming out here and saying, hey, I hear you, nation. We're for you, nation. And we're going to do it for the nation, man. And I love that. I love that, man. He not only said the nation, he said the alumni, the families, the friends. He said we're all family. We're all one. And that they're going to do it for all of us. And that's how it's supposed to be, man. And he even said it's a kid's game. They're getting paid millions. Go out there, have fun, and win with swag and poise. And I love that. In the locker room, a win was established. Now to turn that to wins to the scoreboard. Hopefully AP walks out with the players with the music. I hope they walk out to Straight Outta Compton. I hope they do. That would be funny. I feel deep down that the McDaniels was a coach no one wanted to play for. You seen it, Ben, even from Mark Davis's comments. Mark Davis came out today. If you want to look at it, Vinny B came out with it. Mark Davis said that he thought that Antonio Pierce was the right fit because he wanted somebody that would be respected by the team. It's weird that he put in that saying respect by the team. That means McDaniels didn't have a lot of respect in that locker room. He thinks he's all that as a fact. I just want to fucking win. I don't care how we fucking doing. We're gonna do it, man. I really believe in the Raiders finish 12-5. I hope so, man. But hey, just win, baby. That's what it's about. Facts, Tuan. From the fake Patriots way. That's a fact. Oh, that's a good nickname. Fake Patriots way instead of Patriots. That's sick. Hell yeah, 12-5. Horsted is gonna thrive. Yo, Ben, I called that beginning of the season after McDummy was gone. Shout out to everybody, man. But them 6 rings, though. I hated people bringing up the rings like the excuses. Shout out to Circus, man. Crazy McDaniels is bringing the entire organization down, man. Yep. Shout out to Cool Kev. Shout out to Raider Romero. The way AP was talking, I don't think he had fully bought to McDaniels' Patriot way either. Shout out to Charles Watchison. Yeah, he won his first press conference. I want to see his Sunday press conference. That's a fact, man. And I hope it is. Hey, we came out here. We won. We did our job. We took care of business. Now it's on to the next week. That's what I want to hear, right? Shout out to everybody, man.
I think that's also the perspective too, because and I agree with Antonio Pierce was sitting there like, hey, our defense is over here, you know what I'm saying? Me and Graham is over here handling business, and we looking at y'all stinking it up. So they're just be ready, because I think even our offensive coordinator that we have, I think there's some things that our offense is going to look a little different. So I'm excited.
And I will say this, Paul, because I know you've been a little bit on the train of you rather take Josh McDaniels. Let me tell you something about the dreams, right? All of us don't have dreams, right? Our dreams is to win a Super Bowl. Obviously, every NFL team wants to win a Super Bowl. Every fan base wants the Super Bowl. That's the dream, right? For everybody. That's just not us. Everybody, right? But this is different, right? I'm not saying we're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. I'm not saying all that. I'm not saying we're gonna make the playoffs. I'm taking it a week by week. For me to hear a coach that actually wants to be here and knows the Raider way and is about the Raider way and comes out and says I was born a Raider, and it's proven that he was born a Raider. There's stuff from him in 2011 talking about the Raiders and stuff. He grew up in LA and in Compton specifically and stuff like that, and stuff like that. It gives me life, right? Because I had no life no more in this team because of what McDaniels was building. McDaniels was trying to build that Patriot way. That Patriot way doesn't work in the commitment to excellence and to just win, baby. So to have a coach that actually wants the Raider way, that makes me happy. Does that mean I'm already calling for a fucking 50-0 blowout win against the Giants? Hell no. It's still gonna be a tough game regardless. Every Sunday is a tough game. But at the same time, the fact that you ain't even a little positive kind of concerns, because at that point it's like, do you believe in the Raider way? Do you like the Raider way? Or do you like that Patriot bullshit that they were trying to sell us this whole time? And shout out to Road King Raider. Bring the new school play with that old school Raider mentality. Look at a lot of winning teams around the league coming out to music, getting hyped, having fun. Let's go Raider Nation. That's a fact. That's a fact. And shout out to everybody in here, man. So of course, let me show you guys the video of Devontae Adams at the thing at the locker room today. It's also on my YouTube if you guys want to go help the algorithm. But here you go.
Hey, get ready for this. I'm calling it right now. This is why they're losing, because they're worried about the wrong shit. In the locker room, they're playing basketball. Fucking run the right route. Catch the ball. Come on. Catch that shit. Catch that shit. Come on. Come on.
If you guys didn't hear what he said,
play that again.
I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it again.
Oh.
Hey, I go lie. Hey, Raider Paul, I think he's talking to you, bro, because you said the same exact thing about Adams not catching the ball. Here.
Hey, get ready for this. I'm calling it right now. This is why they're losing, because they're worried about the wrong shit. In the locker room, they're playing basketball. Fucking run the right route. Catch the ball. Come on. Catch that shit. Catch that shit. Come on. Come on.
That shit is funny, bro. That shit is funny. Shout out to OG Raider. What's good, Omar? Hey, that shit is funny, bro. Hey, if you guys didn't hear what he said, he's like mocking the media. Some people say he's mocking Josh McDaniels. He can be, but I think he's mocking more of the media and the criticism he's been getting. And he's having fun. Like he's actually. When's the last time you seen him that happy? Even in the locker room. Tell me. Somebody tell me. Exactly. Probably since the Broncos game last year where he caught the game-winning pass. Probably. That's when the last time. And it's funny because he was like, "Oh, how about you go run the right route and go catch the ball?" And he'll say, "Catch the ball, catch the ball." I think he was mocking Josh McDaniels at the end, but I think the beginning he was more shooting shots at the media. And shout out to ECG. What's good? Hey, you're smiling over there, Tuan. Let me know about Adams right there, bro.
Here goes another puzzle. Look. Dude, that's hella funny because look, we talk. Remember, I told you guys. Remember, I was telling you guys about the leaders and them being frustrated about how they were playing and how things were going. And that's a leader. Did you hear the people laughing and stuff behind him? Those are followers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. Yeah, I hate to say that word, but you know what I mean. Like he's bringing a culture in there to lighten up things and say, hey, look, let's go. Like there's a time to laugh, there's a time to bust your butt, you know what I'm saying? And there's a time to, there's a time for everything. And I'm glad that they're having fun in the locker room because I know that they weren't having fun in the locker room. Because if they were having fun in the locker room, we would have saw videos like this all throughout the season. And we have not. So I I know you can relate to this because you're a Laker fan, but guess what LeBron and AD do during shoot around? They throw the basketball around as if it was a football. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the opposite of what. Mm-hmm. Same thing but different that DA was doing. Why? That it breaks the morale. It brings the team together. There's a whole lot of aspects in that. So I'm glad that we're starting to see some of that stuff, even though it's halfway into the season, is being taken in place.
I don't smoke. But I'm smoking that Clippers pack. I'm sorry. I just had to say, I'm sorry. Speaking of the Lakers, I'm smoking that pack. I don't care if we haven't beat you. What have you done lately? And we're smoking on that Clipper pack. We're smoking on that shit. We're dirty at. We're dirty at talking all that shit about my Lakers.
Hey, they're going to pack of cigarettes. I'm packing up right now.
Smoking on that Clippers. Smoking on that.
and we had a short roster because we had like 4 players hurt and didn't play and still put it on them. Get out of here.
You already know, man. Hey, sorry, I just had to say that. Shout out to all the Clipper fans. Shout out to all the Clipper.
Oh, there's Clipper fans?
Hey, Dirty's one of them.
Oh, okay. The only one.
But hey, back to some Raiders football though. I just had to say that real quick. Speaking of the Lakers, man, we spoke it on that Clippers. Screw James Harden and Westbrook. But hey, but like I said, man, that feeling of just fun and going out there and having fun with it, I love it, man. Like I said, this feeling is like a good feeling. What is there to lose at this point, y'all? Like, what is there? Like, honestly, what is there to lose? Nothing could be worse than what the fuck has been happening. Let's be honest. Because, like I said, and I think Ben said earlier in the chat, we have seen our Raiders win less than 5 games. We've seen them not make the playoffs for multiple years. We've seen Jamarcus Russell at the helm. We've seen Terrell Pryor from the helm, right? We've seen all these guys from the helm, all these different coaches, Art Shell back, Lane Kiffin, right? I could keep going down the line. But this team, specifically this team right now, and what we've seen the last few weeks, was less effort than the teams back then. And we did worse back then. And even then, showed more effort than what we were seeing all year long. And that's why this is different, because it's a new life. Like I continue to say, like a broken record. And that's why I'm happy. Because I was getting sick and tired of seeing the same old thing every week and just sitting back and not even being excited over a touchdown because we only got like 1 touchdown a game. It was sad to see. So I'm glad. Like I said, I'm happy. I can't wait for Sunday. Speaking on Sunday, Las Vegas Raiders versus the New York Giants in the Sin City of Las Vegas at 1:25 Pacific Standard Time, 4:25 Eastern. Darren Waller returns to the Allegiant Stadium. Psych! Darren Waller's injured again. Huh? Ain't that about something? He's probably gonna be with Kelsey Plum at the hotel room. But we don't give a fuck. We gonna play Daniel Jones returns. Since week 5 of the NFL, Daniel Jones returns with Saquon Barkley and all them guys coming to Allegiant Stadium to play the new look Raiders. And now I call them the new look Raiders because it's a new look in Allegiant Stadium. There's a lot of things to compact about this game. New starting quarterback for us, technically new starting quarterback for them. The last 3 weeks they've been having Tyrod Taylor kind of start the game. So now we had Jimmy Garoppolo last week. Now it's Aiden O'Connell, Daniel Jones, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley. Tuan, talk to me about this game, man. What are you looking forward towards this game, man?
I kind of and I kind of wish that they activated Jalen Smith
Yeah.
specifically for this game. And I wish he was here a week earlier. But obviously, and maybe, and I'll say this, and I don't, what I'm saying, I don't know, but this is just kind of my thinking, and you guys can make your own assessment. Maybe Champ wanted Jalen Smith when we brought him in the first time, but Ziegler didn't press the button on that. And that's why we're seeing Jalen Smith now. I know that we have injuries and stuff like that, which could also be it too. But I really wish that we had him ready to go for this game, because I think the most important thing that we have to do is stop the run. Yeah. And Saquon Barkley is a beast in his own, in his own right. And if they can run all day, they will run all day, because their pass game ain't, what I'm saying. Daniel Jones coming back, yeah, he's a better passer than Tommy DeVito, but I can't really trust it, especially with his main target not being on the field, which is Darren Plum. So I can't, but I will say in their positively on their side, their defense ain't no joke. So we're just gonna have to figure out how and what we can get away with in regards to their defense. Maybe it's gonna have to be like, hey, take what the defense gives you and maybe just move the chains that way. I'm not saying that they're a completely stellar defense, but they're a solid core of a defense. So I don't see a blowout game. I think we'll have energy because it's a new coach and all of that. But it's gonna be interesting. But it all has to start with stopping the run.
Facts. Garber's at backup. I'm not sure, actually. I haven't seen the official how they're gonna go out there. I think we'll figure that out on Sunday, right? I do have the injury list. I'll put up the injury list right now. The Giants defense is something that it's kind of similar to us, right? Our offense is not doing good, but our defense is. It's the same thing with the Giants. The Giants kept Washington Commanders at 7 points. And you may say, that's the Washington Commanders. They're not even good. This is the same Washington Commanders team that put up 31 the next week on the Eagles. Nobody could say the Eagles defense is bad. The Washington Commanders put 31 points on the Eagles, but put 7 on the Giants. And the Giants are coming back from 2 back-to-back games where they kept running backs like Brees Hall under 80 yards, back-to-back games, 80 yards less. They kept teams to under 14 points in the last 3 games. In the last 3 games, the Giants have kept people at under 14 points. Their defense is led by 2 people in Dexter Lawrence. I believe his name is Lawrence. Their nose tackle in the middle. And their edge rusher and Kayvon Thibodeau, somebody I like coming out of the draft last year from Oregon. I said that Thibodeau was the number one pick in my opinion over Hutchinson, even though Hutchinson's doing really good, goddamn good. Thibodeau's doing really good himself. He's top five in sacks right now. The guy's coming off the edge. That's somebody that we need to accommodate for on that offensive line of the section for us. Um, and yeah, the Giants are ranked 20th defense overall, but these last 3 weeks they've been I don't know the exact rank of them in the past 3 weeks, but they've been doing really good the past 3 weeks. Um,
Mm.
so it's nothing to come about, but I said like it's a new look offense, a new offensive coordinator at helm, a new run set of plays, and a new energy in the vicinity. So I'm not gonna predict if we could score this certain amount of points or something, but I think our offense will do a really good job now. But like I said, here's the injury report. Of course, for us, we have Daniel Carlson at limited participation with the right groin. Max Crosby limited participation all week, but he is going to start. Devon Diablo looks like he's going to be on the trajectory of out again. Nate Hobbs is going to play limited participation. Jacob Johnson did not both both days, and Luke Masterson. So we might be without our fullback and our linebacker, and on top of that, our you could say backup tackle slash starting tackle did not participate both days either with his neck. So that's something to look forward to. And Luminor might get the start because of this. Robert Spillane became limited participant, so it looks like Robert Spillane he gonna look good. Brandon Bolden, of course, limited participation. Um, and then Brian DeBoer came out, their coach, the Giants coach, came out and said that Tyrod Taylor will not play in Sunday's game and Darren Waller will not play in Sunday's game. So Darren Waller is not going to be out there on the field. Tyrod Taylor, like I just said, both of them out. Saquon Barkley in, Graham Gano in, Evan Neal limited, Wandale Robinson limited, Thibodeau limited, but they're all going to start. Andrew Thomas limited, and Daniel Jones full participant. Daniel Jones returns to the Giants, and then Dexter Lawrence, the guy I was talking about, has been on rest these last 2 days. So that's a little bit to look at right there.
Yeah, you know what
As far as the
I that's why I said I wish they, and it's still early. They could still activate, I'm saying, Jalen Smith, um because we're gonna need our linebackers. Um Not necessarily, well, I mean, yes, you would love them to do coverage, but I I need them to tackle.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I need them going against Saquon instead of having, what I'm saying, it might be a situation where we're gonna have to use some of our safeties, um and put them down in the box a little more. But I really would love to have a linebacker taking care of stopping the run for us. But yeah, we'll see what Graham does. We'll see what Graham does. I think Graham is in a place where, and this is all hypotheticals and all, kind of reading in between the lines. I think there was also some borders that were put on Graham, defensively. So we'll see um, what's different in our defense too, this week.
and yeah, they are 1-2 in their last 3 games, same as us. This is their little schedule. Look at the Dolphins right there. They put up 31. After that, like I said, they kept teams under 14 or 14 exactly. Look at the Bills only scored 14 on them. A really good offense scored 14 on them. The Commanders only scored 7, and the Jets scored 13. And look at their offense. They don't put up points. Look at the Giants lost 9-14, 10-13, low score numbers, and their offense is shit. Their offense is shit. So Patrick Graham, hey, like Antonio Pierce said, let it loose, do your thing, go out there and keep making their offense look bad. As far as the defense, their defense against our offense, it's time to step it up, man. New quarterback under helm again. He gets a fresh start. New offensive coordinator. Hopefully they do the right things and adjust well, and their energy is up there. Hopefully we don't see the 1 for 6 in the red zone like we always do. Hopefully we see at least half, 3 for 6, 4 or 6, and put up points on the board and win the game, man, and turn this shit around. And all that talk that we've been doing, all this hype, is true. Let us believe in it. And hey, make us believer, man. Make us a believer on Sunday.
the the positive in regards to our quarterback play is that the guy that's going to be calling the plays is actually the guy that's been in the room of our quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the quarterback's coach is our old quarterback's coach that's been working with Aiden, that's been working with our quarterbacks in general, but we know that he's probably been working a whole lot more with Aiden than the other guys. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be the one calling the plays. So we might see some plays that, we know, okay, Hardigree is okay. He knows that Aiden likes these types of plays or whatever, and again, I'm excited to see what type of offense. Even though we know it's going to be the same playbook, what type of offense are we going to see with someone now? I'm using my
Mhm.
uh, PS PS2, PS3 controller, you know, he got the sticks now. So
Yep.
what plays is he calling?
Facts. And shout out to everybody, man. Charm City in the building joining us. McDonough has hired that O line coach. Facts. And for me, I think this is a game where, um, again, like I said, new energy. So hey, Mark Davis said that we still have time to turn it around. He came out today and said that he knew that they could still turn it around and make something of the season. So he had to make some changes, and he made them changes, and that was firing the OC, firing the general manager, and the head coach, and bringing a new energy in the Raider way to make something out of the season. He said, it's true. We have 9 games left. You could still make the playoffs. A lot of teams right now in the AFC are literally at the same point where we're at. It's gonna be a race. It's gonna be a race. We got some tough opponents towards the end of the season, but at the same time, we're playing the Giants and we're playing the Jets next. Two teams that are from the East Coast that are coming to Allegiant Stadium. One, of course, on 1 o'clock on Sunday, and then Sunday night football next week. So and yes, it didn't get flexed out. The NFL wanted to flex it out. Apparently, they didn't flex it out, so we still have Sunday night football to look at. And hey, if we could get the dub on Sunday and really show that energy that we're all feeling this whole week, hey, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good following into the Jets. Um, but I'm looking forward to Adams and Jacobs, man. Both of them eating. I think I think they're gonna finally get some chances to eat and actually make something out of it and actually show some effort across the board. Um, Aiden O'Connor, I'm not gonna say he's gonna go out there and score like hit like 500 yards and 4 touchdowns, but I will say I
Yeah.
think he'll have a decent game. I think this defense. Hey, I want to see what this let it loose means on Patrick Graham. What does let it loose to Patrick? I already know Max Crosby let it loose is hey, keep doing your thing. But the fact that he said that he told Patrick Graham let it loose makes me wonder what that means. It makes me wonder what that means, and it makes me excited about Sunday. So, give Marky credit; he did something before it's all over. Fact.
I, I
That,
I think there was definitely some, like I said, there was probably some control
mhm,
there, and I really think part of what McDaniel's downfall is not going to be the downfall of Antonio Pierce. I think the downfall of McDaniel's was that McDaniel's was trying to control, everything and still try to be the offensive coordinator and head coach and what I'm saying, all of that, and that ain't gonna be Pierce. Pierce, just based off of what he's been saying, what he said, and what I've kind of been reading off of, the press conference, he's gonna let the offensive coordinator run the
mhm,
offense. He gonna let Graham keep doing what he's doing, and that is what I felt that McDaniels was lacking head coach wise, was he wasn't allowing these guys to do their jobs or do what their job title is really supposed to be. So, um, I again excited for what's to come.
facts. And another transaction, like I said, they signed Jalen Smith, and then corresponding to the move, they released David Long Jr. out of there. So it's pretty crazy the moves that they're
Let's
making already.
go. Let's go. Come on.
They're making moves, man. It's interesting.
Christmas is here. Hey. Oh, I feel good. Oh, I feel good.
Hey, there you
Oh,
go, man. So
dude. Oh, that's one less heart attack that I'll have this upcoming Sunday when I see David Long on the field. I'm telling you, he's like a Dallin Levitt to me. Anytime I see that number on the field, I'm like, man, here we go again. Let's go. Go ahead and take a seat. We might see you later. You know what I'm saying? We might see you on the practice squad, but see you later. You won't be there Sunday.
and obviously, like I said, these changes are interesting. And now I wonder, how there's enact this right before the game, like, oh, enact this. I wonder if he will make the right move and activate Nesta J Severa, somebody that I've been wanting to be activated. He's continued to be inactive for them. I wonder if Antonio Pierce believes in him more than what McDaniels and them were believing in him. For David Long gone. Let's go. What happened? David Long Jr. gets released. Jalen Smith gets put in. But yeah, shout out to Thrash joining us. On top of that, like I said, Darren Waller's not a go for the Giants. They're getting their quarterback back though. Um,
Hey,
it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, it's a home game. Hopefully we black out Allegiant. It's not been something that's been happening all year, where a lot of Raider fans have gone to the game. But hopefully now with this new little form of life, there's more people that bought tickets that are going. I wish I was going, but I will be there next weekend. During Sunday Night Football, I don't know if I'm gonna go inside the stadium though. I still gotta see the tickets and stuff like that. It's expensive as hell, but like obviously I could get it easily, but I don't. I don't know, man. I rather go to the best seat of them all, and that's just looking at it from a TV and being up close, man. I'd rather do that. Um, he
I
said, "Sorry, I don't know the other players other than the Raiders." No, I feel you, man. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Bring Keisha Cole back. He said, "Bring Keisha Cole back." Would you bring Keisha Cole back? Isn't he still on the team?
y'all's gonna have the chaplain cussing on this. Don't have the chaplain cussing on this live.
I think he's still on the team. I think he's on the practice squad. Yeah, he is. He's on the.
Look. Anyway, Nesta Jade. Okay.
Shout out to
No,
Capitan.
no, Ralph, blessings.
Yeah, Charm.
I think what's happening with Nesta, as much as he maybe, we saw what we saw out of Nesta, and that's why a lot of us are fans of Nesta. But the guys that are ahead of him, it's kind of hard to move them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
they're starting
means
to
you're
play better.
moving because the two guys that you would that are similar to that style of defensive tackle is Adam Butler and Jenkins. And
Mm.
those, to be honest with you, if you ask me, I think those are our best D tackles.
Yeah.
So is Ness going to be able to slide in there? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But but to what you're saying, Eric, I do agree that because Champ, and I'm using this analogy, Champ got the sticks. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we might see some moves that he was thinking about doing or been wanting to do, but wasn't able to do because we know the hierarchy was Ziegler was in charge. So there might be some, in the past, I would say in the next 2 or 3 weeks, there still might be some roster shifting because of the vision that Champ has for this team moving forward. And also, again, Antonio Pierce saying, hey, look, I don't know why this guy is still on the practice squad. I need him, or whatever the situation is. There might be some shifting in the next 2 or 3 weeks, which, hey, whatever we can do to improve this team, we got to do it.
And then, obviously, um, when we, how do I say this? When it comes down to everything into one and putting everything that's happened this week to the game that's coming up on Sunday, it comes down to execution on the field. I think it comes down to the field play. All these transactions are, I love it, right? Getting people like Jalen Smith that has been playing against the Giants for a very long time. He was an ex Cowboy. They're in the same division. He knows how the Cowboys are. A guy that has talent, even though he's older, he has talent, right? Um, it's interesting. And then, like Terrence said, they've signed a few linebackers. They signed like 3 today and worked in on that, and they instantly made moves like that. I think if Josh McDaniel's still here, those moves wouldn't have been made. I think they would have used like maybe Isaiah Palomau, or try to convert a safety into coming up more, or try to um, maneuver some players to hope that they do something like Amari Burney and stuff. Instead, they signed some veterans, um, some key veterans like Smith, to come in here and help out this team on Sunday. Could you guys give me a brief description of Jalen Smith? Jalen Smith was an ex Cowboy. Um, I believe he got um I believe he went to 2 different teams last year. I'm not sure of those teams yet. I think he signed for a rival team in the NFC East. I forgot which teams though. I know he went from the Cowboys to, I think, the Eagles or the Giants for a second.
Well,
I forgot which one.
he was actually on the Saints practice squad,
Okay.
and their team was, they're actually really good at linebacker. I like their linebackers, but Jalen Smith is a linebacker, and his down suit is actually his coverage. He's actually he's good at tackling. And guess what? We're not good at tackling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say it like that, but that's another key to this game, is that we need to get our tackling in order.
Yeah.
So if you could put Jalen Smith out there just to stop the run and stuff that line, that would definitely help what we got going on. Yes, he would probably be a liability in coverage. You know what I'm saying? But if we could just get him out there to get some tackles, you know what I'm saying? That would definitely help us defensively.
So yeah, and as far as Jalen Smith goes, he did play. So I did look it up lower. He did also play for the Giants, so I was correct about that. He did play for that team. I think he played. I'm not sure what year he played with the Giants. Um, but he was on their practice squad. It was actually 2021. He went to 3 different teams that year. He went to Dallas, Green Bay, then the Giants, and then in 2022 Giants. But he did play for the Saints at a certain time in the practice squad. And like I said, like Tuan said, Saints are the Saints. Their defense is, they got people, man. So I could see why he didn't work out over there with the Saints. They got too many hard hitters over there, good players over there. So it makes sense. But that doesn't mean he's a bad player. He just hasn't found a place where he's comfortable again, and hopefully this is the place for him. Hopefully he goes out on Sunday and does his thing. Why is Meek not mixing the Gatorade? Shout out to Talkbox 360. What's good? Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in here, man. The witch is dead. The witch is dead.
And I'll say this too in regards to Jalen Smith and just scenarios, hypotheticals, right? That was the same story with Perriman, right?
Yeah.
Perriman was known to be horrible in coverage, but he could stop the run, and he came over here, and how did he look? You know what I'm saying? He didn't look too bad playing with us. You know what I'm saying? So it schematically, you know what I'm saying? If our coordinator can use him to benefits and maybe disguise maybe what he's not so good at, but also kind of coach him up so he's not as bad as what he was, written out to be. Hey, take a stab at it. It's not gonna hurt.
And I'm expecting more transactions after this week. I think he's gonna test out more people, and there's gonna be see things. I'm interested, like I said, I'm interested to see the transaction he makes on the day of, as far as inactives go. See who he believes in and stuff like that. Um, I will say that you know, it's gonna look good on Sunday. It's a new look Raider, so I'm excited for that specifically. Um, and shout out to Mark Davis for pulling the plug again. Once again, I didn't think he would do it this early. I thought we were gonna really keep him for the rest of the year. Instead, he he said, "Hey, it's time for a change." He knows there's he could still salvage a lot of the team and still save the season in his sense. And he thought Antonio Pierce was the right guy to do it. So I'm excited to see what he does on Sunday, man. I'm very excited. I'm also nervous to see the outcome, but I hope we win. I believe that we could win. And this new energy, man, I can't wait to see it on the field on Sunday, in Vegas, man. I'm already Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 more days, about 3 days, like, I'm already ready to go.
Mhm.
I'm ready to run through a wall, man. Um, but yeah, anything else,
I,
you wanted to say about this game or anything?
yeah, I'm with you. I'm excited, but I'm also putting this in perspective that the more time that Pierce has with these
Mhm.
guys is going to be even more better.
More, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's still, again, right now he's, obviously they had, they're practicing or whatever, but you know he still has to.
Yeah,
He's still getting used to things. You know what I'm saying? And organizing and trying to put things together in the way that he wants to do it. Um, so the more time that he has, the more better this unit will be. And I'm just gonna keep my eyes open for the chemistry of this team moving forward. I didn't finish. I actually went to listen to Max Crosby's you know um, podcast and just try to hear what he was talking about. And I didn't finish it, but the stuff that I was getting from there too, he seems to be very positive about
yeah,
the opportunity and what is ahead. Max always seems to be very positive, so it's kind of like you kind of have to read in between the lines when it comes to Max. But
yeah.
um, yeah, I think our leaders are in place, and I think they're all on board.
Mhm.
And you can't ask for anything better than that, to have your leaders on board, because if your leaders are on board and they're doing their job, we know that everybody else is going to follow. So
Facts. And as far as the game goes, the keys to the game, right? I got three in particular. That I'm gonna go first, and then I'll let you go, Tuan, for the keys to the
okay.
game. I think one is get the run game going again. That opens it up for the passing game as well. I believe Aiden O'Connell got the question himself about it, and he said, "Hey, um, I'm gonna do my best to make sure the run game gets going, because if the run game works, that means the passing game will work, and we could continue going down the field. And he wants to make the job easier for the run game. And for me, obviously, a key to the game is get the run going. That's gonna be vital, and not only towering their defense, but also opening it up for the pass game with Adams and Aiden O'Connell, and ease it up a little bit. Then another key to the game is do the swagger. Hey, go out there and play the Raider way, right? The same way Antonio Pierce came out and said, it's the competitive football. It's the football where you have fun, you go out there, play the kids game, and still come out competitively and win the game. I want to see that swagger, man, that Raider swag, that Raider way. And you need to execute it, right? It's one thing to, like I said, it's one thing to say it during the press conferences, during podcasts, but it's another thing to do it on the field on Sunday, and I'm excited for it. And then the final key to the game is, in the words of Antonio Pierce, let it loose, man. Everybody, do your thing, do what's best for you. Use your strengths on the game on Sunday, and come out there and look prepared and look like you want to win, and you want to come out there with effort, energy, and everything, for not only yourselves but also the Raiders in general, the nation, man. That they keep saying every single time, "Hey, it's about the nation. It's about the nation. Hey, go out there and perform for the nation." And we're rooting for y'all, man. So that's the final key to the game. Overall, three keys to the game: simple, easy, and If we do all those three things, we will win the game. Any keys to the game for you, Tuan?
But outside of tackling, and stopping the run, I really just want, um, and I'll say it like this, and some people might be like, "What the hell is he talking about?" I want Aiden O'Connell to sit on the couch, and what I mean by that, I want him to feel comfortable. And that what that means is that means offensive line is protecting. That means the game plan, the game calls, you know what I'm saying, the calls on the play calls, they you know, Aiden feels comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? I want all of that. You know what I'm saying? Give me that. And I think if we can do that for Aiden O'Connell, we gotta understand he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? And he's going some we're gonna be frustrated at times because rookies are gonna do rookie things. But if we can kind of have him sit on that comfy couch, you know what I'm saying, and sit there and be able to, go to plays that he's comfortable with, and the offensive line is protecting him. We got the pieces, y'all.
Yeah.
We got the talent. We got the running back. We got the wide receivers. We got the tight ends. We're good, yo.
Yeah.
I can't say that enough. We are good, but those things have to be in place. And if Aiden is comfortable with what he's doing in there, watch how this offense goes. And I know you guys will like it. So that's it for me right now.
Shout out to Pizzo. What's good, Pizzo? D Madness. What's good? Good to see you guys, man. Hope all is well. And obviously, hey, you go out there and show the Raider way, man. And as final prediction goes, I don't have a shout out to North Carolina Raider Jesse in the building. It was good. It was good. It was good. If you guys can't hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. But as final prediction goes, for me, I don't have a score line. I don't have a win or loss. I'm gonna take it how it is. I'm excited. I believe in this team. This team is capable of winning. Just like Antonio Pierce said, we have the team to win. Now it's another thing to go out there and execute it. So, um, as final prediction goes, I truly believe a win. No scoreline, no nothing. But I believe we're gonna come out there and do exactly what they've been talking about. And I'm believing in this team, man. I have a little bit sense of life again for this team. I will say I'll give an MVP, a prediction of MVP for the offensive defense. I think the offensive side of the ball, I think Adams has himself a day. And then as the defensive side of the ball, I'm gonna go with you know what? I'm not gonna do the Marcus Peters again. That one already came true. That one already came true. That one already came true. That one already came true, bro. I don't have to say Marcus Peters no more, bro. He already picked 60, bro. He already picked 60. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say.
I thought you was going to
bro.
double dip. I thought you was going to double dip.
Nah. Stayed out of it. That was already. I'm gonna take my win and leave. But as far as the defensive side of the ball, I'm going to say that. I'm gonna say that Max Crosby multi-sack game, 3 sacks.
Okay.
For Max Crosby. That's my prediction. Do you have anybody as far as the offense side about defense? Anybody prediction?
I got my prediction is not a score because I hate doing scores. I think this is a very winnable game. But I will predict this. My prediction is that we'll see a new energy.
Okay.
I think we'll actually see a game where we're fighting all 4 quarters.
Fact.
And we haven't seen that. So that's my prediction for this game is that you will actually see a team fighting all 4 quarters. Now, player-wise, offensively, I think Josh Jacobs is going to have a tough game.
Okay.
I think he's got a tough time with that D line that they have. I'm gonna say Mayer. I'm gonna say Mayor. Offensively, and then defensively, could I say a big boy in the middle?
Okay.
No. I'm gonna go with my old faithful. I'm gonna go with Merrick.
Okay.
He's gonna
Merrick.
get a hand on one.
There we go. Mary gets an interception right there from Tuan, man. Shout out to everybody just joining us. Pizzle, the Raider Room. Clark was good. Good to see everybody, man. North Carolina Raider Jesse in the building. If you guys can't hit that like button, subscribe to if you're new. And of course, like I said, um, it's a new form of life, some great energy in the autumn wind, man. It feels good. It smells good. We're here. I'm ready for Sunday. I hope you guys are ready for Sunday. I'll be back on Monday. Which actually, let me say this now. I will have a special guest. He had me on his show, and I'm gonna have him on my show on the post game on Monday. Protect the Shield podcast. PTS is gonna be on the podcast on Monday to talk about the post game. Talk about what happened during the Giants game. Have his take. He was kind of a McDaniel's fan, so I want to see his take on the coaching staff and what he thought was the problem and all that stuff. And it's gonna be an exciting podcast on Monday, so stay tuned. Monday. Same time. I think that time is gonna be a little bit later. It's gonna be 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for that. Also, I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Officially today, I think during this podcast, actually, we hit 1,800 subscribers. So we're gonna continue down the line. We're trying to get to 2,000, man. I was stuck at 1,700 for the whole like season last year. So just for this season to be halfway and already hit 1,800, man. Hey, I think one of them is because I'm consistent finally. I'm glad that the work's getting put in and the things there. So I appreciate it. Look at Terrence hated already, but I appreciate you guys, man. Beat the Little Giants. That's a fact. He said, "Damn, I thought you was bringing some figure guests on the show. Hell no, Cookhead. None of that. You already know, man. It's dangerous out there." But also Nightbot has been putting the links as well. The Instagram Terrence has been dropping links too. Go follow the Instagram, all that stuff in general. And I appreciate everybody. And go subscribe to RaiderTwuan, man. The links are in the description. The description should say Twan's Instagram, Twan's YouTube. Go over there, and check it out. And go hit that like button as well on the way out. And Twan, what you got for us, man, as far as your channel lives coming up or anything?
RaiderTwuan, quit playing with yourself, people. Go ahead and subscribe. Those that are on the SE experience. I think I'm 14 away from 250. You know what I'm saying? Halfway there to monetization. You know what I'm saying? That gotta be a little right. But yeah, come over, you know what I'm saying, show me some love. Spam everything I got. Click the like button on all my videos. Why? Because I like you. And if you need prayer for you or your family members, hit me up on IG at Tuan TWUAN. Again, your business is between me, you, and the Lord. I don't put your business out there in the street. And everybody that knows me knows I don't run around and gossip like that. So you guys don't have to worry about that. Just hit me up on IG. If whatever's going on with you, I do have concern for you. I have care for everybody in the nation. And I say this all the time. I mess with everybody that messes with me.
Facts.
And remember, you're a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. Be an organ donor. And if you want to be an organ donor, go to any link in my video description, and you can get all the information there on how to be an organ donor.
Shout out to Jesse right there, man. You see it right there. Yes, you're outdoors. RaiderTwuan, man. You already know the Instagram's in the description as well. I appreciate all the love and support. And on that note, y'all, life is too short, so tell your loved ones you love them at the end of the day, man. Also, tough times never last, but tough people doing. You guys are some tough people. Us Raider fans, especially, are some tough people. And now we got a new form of life here. It's time to get that win. Just win, baby. Commitment to excellence. You already know, man. Rest in peace, Al. And hey, I'm happy. Twan's happy. We ready for Sunday, man. See you guys on Monday for me. And I appreciate you guys again, Tuan. Great show again, man. And on that note, y'all, it was the SC experience at RaiderTwuan, man. Have a great night, afternoon, whatever you got. Great day in general. Peace out. Blessings.